Well, we're switching gears. Our original plan was to do the floors next on the house. That was the whole plan. I was gonna get the drywall finished in the bathroom and the closet, and then we were gonna do flooring. So we decided we wanted a kitchen a little sooner than that. So that's what we're working on.
That's what we're working on.
We're moving on to the kitchen cabinets. I am pretty excited about getting back to the drywall eventually though, soon, because Bever sent me their drywall sander and it connects to this bag and it's like vacuum. So cool. So it vacuums up all your drywall dust. So we won't have all the dust issues like we have right now, because it'll keep down on all that. That's what the hoses are for. But look, it's also going to be super fast to sand down that drywall. So I'm excited to get to use that. Jay's been getting us ready out here to cut on the back porch without it being sweltering. He had an electrical line out here. That's conduit there. So he had an electrical line out here.
Hanging down right here.
It was hanging here just raw. So he put in a box. See, there's just one box and it powers the lights and the fans on the porch.
It's plugged into this white box right here, which is a Google smart plug, so we can control it with our phones and stuff. So it's on a splitter, and the splitter goes to a string of lights that way, and there's a string of lights that way for here. And then I have the one that's not, and there's a three-way splitter, and it's just plugged in. One of them goes to Google Home over there, so we can talk to Google and turn on music and turn on the lights and stuff for the pool, have music out here. And the other two split off. One goes down there to a fan and the other one goes down there to a fan.
But these we got off of Amazon. I didn't even know. Jay was like, hey, I found these fans. They're black. Is that okay? And I was like, yeah, that's cool. I didn't even see them before they came in. But I actually like them. He hung them to where they're multi-directional. Like they swivel this way or that way. And we kind of pointed them down. We did have to put like a block there to have them point down, but even the kids can reach this pull cord and turn the fans on. But that gives us some good airflow on the porch so we don't die when we're cutting wood out here.
Yeah, we figured we're gonna be out here cutting wood to do the kitchen cabinets and stuff, and we got out here before and it was tough.
It was
so
sweltering.
humid, so hot. We just drench ourselves in sweat.
We're not doing the whole kitchen, we're just doing the base cabinets and the countertops. And we're starting right here by the refrigerator.
Because we don't know what we're doing. And the other wall's got a built-in oven and a drop-in cooktop. And then the other one has a sink and a dishwasher. So we figured we'd start over there with just cabinets.
We've cut into a cabinet, we've cut into a butcher block countertop before, but it's always really sketch and stretchful because they are so expensive.
Did you say stretchful?
Sketch. Did I say stretchful?
I think you said stretchful.
That's cool. That's a new word. We just knew that this way it was just going to be one countertop over there. And we do need the storage space underneath. I don't like having everything out on the counters. And as you know, probably from the cleaning videos that I've done, we do have everything out everywhere. There's no way we can put up anything. The house that we had, the little house, we had built in so much storage that all of our things were put away for the most part. I mean, we had so much storage in there because it was like every wall had some sort of storage on it. And over here, nothing. We just haven't built that in yet. So
we got black tubs.
We have tubs everywhere and
gets in them and
containers everywhere, and we just need to start doing that stuff. I know that the drywall takes me forever, and really we're not dying without a master bathroom right now. We are okay. So we're gonna skip that.
One bathroom over there for several years.
We're used to having one bathroom. In fact, this one's a little nicer.
But that's gonna be the next project. We're gonna do the base cabinets, and then we're gonna go fix up that bathroom, and then we're gonna shut that bathroom off so we can put tile down.
Yes.
And then when we open that back up, and then by that time maybe next year's back around, and we'll just lay flooring, doors, trim, upper cabinets.
We want to be done with this house by next year.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
We need plans. We got plans.
We have long-term goal here. It's not, this isn't short-term. This is like a forever home. We're not trying to do this in 2 months. And we couldn't afford to even if we wanted to. So that's how we're doing it. That's our process.
Hey Google, turn on some royalty-free music.
Alright, check out this music royalty-free station on YouTube Music.
No copyright strike.
Very interesting. I do think it's pretty cool. I always get onto them. I'm like, I don't want a smart house.
Well, that's why I put it out here. Well, you don't want it listening to you all the time, but
don't.
you carry your phone around.
I know. Not really. I have no idea where my phone is. I don't think I even looked at it today. We're gonna have an ice maker, which is getting delivered today. So we'll show that delivery. We'll show you what we got, what we ended up purchasing for this area. That's one thing that's special over here, is it is gonna have an ice maker. So Jay's excited about that ice maker, aren't you, Jay?
Yeah, because we went with a fridge setup
that doesn't have a freezer. Yeah. And it's gonna fit perfectly into the cabinets that we're building today. We've got two 18-inch cabinets and two 15-inch cabinets. Our countertops are coming in next weekend, and unfortunately my drawer slides didn't get here, so I'll do some more of that this week and finish out the drawers. But we're just gonna work on the carcasses today. We're gonna do the 18-inch carcasses and the two 15-inch carcasses, and I think it'll fit perfect.
And
but this is
my router
it.
bit for the tongue and groove didn't come in, so we can't make the shaker doors.
Can't make the doors. They will be the shaker style doors is what we decided to go with. I'm gonna end up painting them. I know at the other house you guys loved the all wood kitchen. I do not love it. That's just me. I want it painted.
She has a Pinterest board.
I do. I have several of them, but yeah, I have a whole board for this kitchen, and I'm hoping that it turns out the way I'm wanting. Cross my fingers. I have the right dining room table.
If it don't, we'll rip it out and start over.
Oh no. We're starting out our 4 little cabinet carcasses by building all the supports, and we're pocket holing those. We decided to build 2 cabinets at a time. That way we just kind of saved. It was like assembly lining it essentially. So we did the 2 18-inch cabinets first, and then the 2 15-inch cabinets. These also, the supports, 2 of them are going to be like stapled together in the back. I guess nailed together, not stapled, obviously. But this is for the one in the back, just to give the cabinet a little extra support. And as he's cutting out pieces, I'm getting ready to do the edge banding. We did decide to go ahead and edge band these and make them frameless. So we're doing frameless cabinet carcasses, and we'll do the doors and drawers will kind of go over the whole thing, so they'll cover it, but there will be some of the faces that show, and I didn't want raw plywood. So I just got some birch edge banding, and I'm sanding everything down here, and then we're gonna go in and edge band everything so it looks really nice. I got this edge banding off of Amazon. It was a little intimidated by the edge banding at first, but it's actually pretty simple. I used the tools that I already had because I didn't want to go buy a whole bunch of stuff. I already had to buy edge banding, and this is the only project we're really going to use it for. But I did have a clothing iron, so I used that, and we're kind of heating up the adhesive. And then I actually used a foam roller from paint, because I had one of those laying around, to kind of smush out all the glue under there that I had heated up and make sure everything got a good even coating. And then I set these aside for about 10 minutes to let that cool down a little bit and adhere, and then I could cut off the excess and sand down the little edges. And it worked out really, really well. And every YouTube tutorial you'll ever watch will tell you not to use a little mouse sander for this, but I did because that's what I had. I had some block sanders too from doing the drywall. I had some left over, but they just didn't work as well, okay? So they're not fast enough for my brain, but this mouse sander did just fine, and I didn't really have any issues with it. It sanded them down nicely, and it just looks like one really nice piece of wood. So our table saw only went to like 33 inches, so we couldn't exactly cut across our 48-inch piece of plywood, so yay for that. This was our first attempt at using a long level as kind of a guide for his saw, and it didn't go that well. We did a lot better not having a guide on it at all and just following a line. I know that they'll tell you that the cuts just aren't good enough for that, but honestly, they turned out just fine with that. So I don't know if he just has a really steady hand or they lie to you to get you to buy a table saw. I don't know. Oh yeah, you see our mess up there too. We didn't have enough support, so we kind of dropped it a little bit. But after that, we were able to cut everything else just fine on the table saw. We just kind of had to get it into smaller, more manageable pieces. We did use some painter's tape so we didn't fray our edges too bad. This is a birch veneered plywood, so it does rip up if you just don't have the right blade, or really, even if you do have the right blade, sometimes it likes to rip up. So we're just using a little bit of that, and we're cutting out our toe kicks. These are 4" by 4" is what we decided to cut for our toe kicks. You'll see me pulling all the green tape because Jay got fired from doing it. He just went way too fast and pulled off some of the veneer anyway. So it was then my job to pull off all the green tape. He gets in a rush. And I feel like when you are making cabinets, it's not something that you can rush. It's more of like an more artisanal process. It's an artistic process. And it's something that just takes time, and you kind of just have to enjoy it and go slow. And I think he's learned that through this process, and I think that's been really good for him. Now here I'm just putting pocket holes in the bottom shelves. These are the shelves for the two little 18-inch cabinets. So these are the ones, these will have a door. They're actually not, they'll have one drawer and then doors. So this will be for all of my little blenders and things like that. But I'm just putting enough pocket hole screws so these don't sag and they look nice. And a side note, but it's finally raining again, and you can see our redneck water catchment is filling up the pool. We've had a lot of evaporation with these 105-degree days, but with the rain comes Floki being stressed, but he'll be all right. He'll make it. He's inside. Now I'm just finishing up the edge banding for the sides of the cabinet carcass and also that shelf that we made earlier. So now it's time for assembly. So right now he's just adding that shelf that we made onto the bottom just above the toe kick, and then he's going to add in our supports. And when all the supports are added to this one side of the shelf, we will flip it over onto the other side of the shelf and get it all connected together. And here is what our two 18-inch cabinets are looking like so far. As you see, they'll have little drawers up top, and then these will have doors on them. And about this time, our ice maker came in. We did get the New Air ice maker. We ordered it from Lowe's, and it makes like really nice square ice. My main request for an ice maker was that I didn't have crescent ice. So I absolutely love this one because it makes really nice, like clear square ice. So there wasn't a drain pipe for this ice maker. We had the inlet where we get the water from, but there's no drain. So we did, in fact, cut out the wall to put in a drain. Jay was talking about putting them inside the cabinets, putting a piece of PVC, but I was like, no, let's just cut open into the wall. Because I can put that back. I know how to put the drywall back. So we went ahead and ran PVC out, and so this will have a really nice drain. We don't have to have it inside the cabinets. I'll close off that wall and fix the drywall at a later date. We actually did end up closing it off, so you'll see in the next clip it's closed up now. So we skipped ahead a couple days, but this is what it's currently looking like. Our butcher block countertop did come in. We ended up going with the European walnut. It's a really dark, beautiful, dark butcher block. It's a little bit lighter than what we had at the other house, which was American walnut. But this is what they had available at Home Depot. I was worried about it before I oiled it, but once I oiled it, it was really nice and dark, and I do love it. I got my little drink station back, so I love that we have that back. It was really hectic not having anything over here for a little while, but I did go ahead and get the drawer members installed that came in. These are a soft close, so once the drawers are in there, they'll be soft close, which will be really, really nice. Of course, the ice maker fits really nicely, but we did end up adding a spacer over here because the wall, the trim, I didn't want the trim to interfere with the opening and closing of that cabinet. And once the door is on here, it won't be so obvious, but we'll also close up that gap. And yeah, you see how our drywall is not exactly perfect because we're not perfect. But I'll show you the ice maker. Look. Yep, we got some really, really nice ice that it's making. We're absolutely loving it. And I do have a pot filler. I just have not installed it yet. So that's my little spot for my pot filler. So brothers, if you're watching, if any of you are in the area, just come install my pot filler that I have. That would be really nice. But this is it. It's looking good. We're nervous to install it just because we haven't had to like shut the water off and install something like that before. But yeah, this is what we got so far, and we've got 2 more walls in the kitchen to do. So overall, we absolutely love it. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I can't wait to chat with you in the comments, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.